Hello everyone, my name is Edwin and this is just my response to the whole Donald Sterling situation. And I'm sure everyone know by now who he is. If you didn't know, you know now. You know, he's the owner of the LA Clippers with a $1.9 billion net worth. So I'm sure he could care less about what I have to say right now. But just like he had his opinion, I have my own opinion and we could both broadcast it. I mean, he did say a lot of hurtful things about minorities. Despite everything he had to say about minorities and black people in particular, we just have to stay aware that, racism is well alive. It's out there. Um, like President Obama said, the reason that it's such a big deal now is because we have made progress. So we just have to focus on the progress that we've made and kind of let situation like this be a reminder to us that we have to continue moving forward. We have to continue doing whatever it is that we are doing to make it better. There's always going to be ignorant people who wants to voice their opinion, and that's fine. And we just have to figure out how to deal with it in the best possible way. And also we have to be prepared to deal with racism for quite a few generations. Because you look at someone like Donald Sterling who feels this way about black people and expect his girlfriend, who is a minority, she's half black, half Mexican, so two minorities in one, and yet he expect her to behave that way. I think it's fair to assume that he raised his children to be racist. Now, I'm not saying his children are racist. I'm just saying it is, if he expects his girlfriend to be racist, who's a minority, it's fair to assume that he raised his children to be racist. And if they were raised that way, whether they are as verbal with it as he was or not, they too might raise their kids to be racist, and so on. So we're not sure where down the line this chain of racism is going to be broken, but we can only prepare ourselves and prepare our children to deal with it in the best possible way. And, just continue to educate ourselves, especially in the black community, better ourselves, and so we could have all the right tools to deal with a situation like this. And not saying it won't hurt, not saying it won't be painful or sad, but it'll just be for a minute. And our next step would be, what is it that we're going to do to maybe not fix the problem, but to avoid such situation in the future. I'm reading a lot of comments about people saying, what about freedom of speech? I agree. He has the freedom to say what he feels, but also keep in mind, if there are limitations to the freedom of speech. You can't go around threatening someone, for example, and not expect to face some type of consequence. Although in his case, I wouldn't say it was a legal issue, it was more unethical. And I kind of feel like nowadays, especially in the case of racism, there's more consequences to saying something that's unethical. I don't think it's illegal to be, to say something that's racist. It's unethical. And because of the progress that the black community or the minority communities have made, it kind of create somehow some type of consequence when things like that are said. And we have to admit, Donald Sterling is definitely going to deal with some type of consequence for those words that he spoke to his girlfriend. And I don't want to say I'm happy he's going to face consequences, but I'm happy there are consequences for these stuff, because it kind of tell other people who may be as racist as he is not to be as verbal about it, or be more respectful at least. Alright, this was all I had to say for now. Don't forget to subscribe, and peace and love, America.